jumping into the middle of this one. I think something got screwed up at the beginning of the recording, so we're gonna jump into the middle. This is a good one. Play in two of the Tourney, and we got Hunter in the blue, John Bond in the black, and Bishoy Stinks, who is a new rookie player this tourney in the red. Now, obviously, we've had a lot of experience with Hunter and John Bond. We want to see what happens here, right? We're jumping into the middle of this one. For context, the first placement here was red. Red chose to go here first, taking the cornering off the brick. Blue followed with a placement here to just get some resource production, some wheat. Always important. Black goes here and here with the free road, which I can't disagree with at all. Placing that road there, going to the 3-for-1 port, they'll have access to a compatible set of resources. But obviously, this 9 wheat is a big target, and that really affects black here. And then blue on the way back goes here, takes the free road, and obviously building up here, building over here. Definitely a very strong complementary spot, and obviously in really good shape overall, right? Access to these dev card resources. And then red going with this as their second placement, which I find a bit dubious, but obviously able to collect all 5 resources with that settlement, and pointing right, but I don't think they anticipate building here. Maybe they could build some sort of road here. But yeah, red I think is looking a little bit out of it at this current state of the game. I think obviously blue is the man to beat right now, but let's jump in. I think black here obviously has some really good ideas, settling on the 3-for-1 port and going from there. So I think it'll be interesting to see kind of how this plays out. Let's just make sure that this is recording. Okay, so hopping into this one now, we're gonna see the robber be moved immediately, and I think it'll be an interesting game to see how it plays out from here. I think obviously, blue with the city, and really steaming ahead in this one early. But black with the still 1 dev card behind, so 10 cards in hand. Hopefully they can settle, and instead of buying a dev card, so now two dev cards in hand, and maybe going for army here, right? So should be interesting. And red here, 8 resources. Remember, 8 is the discard limit here, so we're gonna have to see. There you go ahead and pass, and 10 resources for blue here, and Hunter's looking in really good shape right now. And keep in mind, this is Hunter's first appearance in the bracket this year in one of our tourneys. Just has barely missed it constantly, and this time finally being able to get the dice rolls, I guess, right? That you need in Catan sometimes to make a run at it here. So John Bond obviously having her own vast experience in knockout games, and obviously winning a tourney in the past. So definitely very experienced players all around. Now hitting that red, which hitting red's brick there will stifle their brick port, and they don't really have the production all around to really make a huge impact. I think they're going to be hampered on cities, and that'll be tough long term. And black here finally building a city. It's absolutely massive for them, and they're going to hope to settle very soon so they can utilize that 3-for-1 port. And the 9 wheat is a common spot to hit here, and red is going to think about trying to do something, but I don't know if they have compatible resources. They're gonna have to 3-for-1 that wood, 2-for-1 that brick to be able to do anything special. But that 10 will help, and that 10 helps blue obviously as well. And Hunter here in still a very strong spot with one deck card to go. And black here taking largest army, finally locking it down. So we know that they got 3 dev cards, and I think all 3 were knights. And now so rolling 7, placing on the 6 wood. Still, obviously, blue is the target. I think even for red, I don't think black is still a target until they are able to settle on the 3 for 1. Once they settle, maybe they'll have a good chance. But blue here, obviously in a commanding position. With the dev card production, they just need a port. If they can get that 3 for 1 port, they'll be clear, I think. 12 hits, you know you're in good shape. 12 and 11 is all blue needs. And that 8, very nice. Honestly, I feel like I need a haircut, so we're gonna see if I get that done. I feel like it's kind of now or never type of thing, so we're gonna see. We're gonna figure it out. But I did shave the beard, which, yeah, I don't know if people love the look or hate the look, but we did it anyways. And it'll grow back, worst case, so we'll see. Now black here settling, so this is obviously huge, right? This is with the game plan that they needed, and they're going to want to build for just more production at this point, and try to see if they can dev card, if they can city. It'll be a long path, but they can do it still. And blue here getting hit on the 9 as well by red, and red should look to rob blue, and they do. Maybe considering black just based on the resources they might have, but I think robbing blue here is the right play, just to stifle blue at all costs. I even think the 5 ore would be a fine spot to hit, just ruin all city and dev card production. I think it's probably a more correct spot in this situation. And rolling 7, a lot of 7s, and Hunter says it in the chat there. So yeah, I kind of agree. A lot of 7s this game. So obviously the knights aren't as powerful if there's so many 7s. But with all the 7s, you know, it allows you to find a way to prevent the leader from just going away with it. Ooh, and going for black here, and I don't know if I necessarily agree, even though they do look to be the leader right now. I still think, you know, there is, and probably just going for that necessary leader or for that city, but maybe you already had it in hand. But an amazing city placement, and now they'll look to city next on that wood spot, and hopefully make a run at it from here. 3 for 1 and 2 for 1 could be enough. Could certainly be enough. And blue here just passing. A nice 10 for black. Perhaps dev cards are available, but that 8 has been hit, so I'm not so sure. I'm taking a brick, potentially to build a road, or potentially just to pass, but probably preparing to build a road. And if I were to choose a spot, I would go for the wheat production and the extra sheep production. You could then circle around, but going for the efficiency element there, 2 for 1 wheat port. I don't know if I agree, just because I feel like the wheat port won't be super useful with as little wheat production as you have, but certainly an efficient settlement, right? Only 1 road, and you don't really anticipate blue building 2 roads to plow there. It would be kind of expensive and not super worth it for blue. 3 for 1 is probably better and safer given their situation and more efficient. But 12 cards here for blue, so okay, and choosing with that monopoly to build a road and a settlement, which is absolutely massive. 3 for 1 port, and could almost certainly do something else here, but maybe we'll choose not to. And yeah, choosing to pass, but a very strong monopoly there. The monos are huge in this game because there is so little trading with threes, so the monos are quite valuable sometimes. And red here. 2 dev cards in hand. I wonder what they are. Buying another one. So risky plays, but I think it could pay off. Dev card stress are always fun because they kind of come out of nowhere, you know. And another city, and that's a scary thing, right? And I think now that you got 3 for 1 ports, now that you got the production, cities are just going to be flying, and dev cards are going to be flying. And blue's in really good shape as far as production. They're not cornered off anywhere. Every spot that they have is a diverse number for the most part, and able to get a large variety of resources. That 5 ore should be hit, I think, pretty soon. I think that will stifle a lot of the dev card production and the city production that I think will be important in the end game, right? So these ore spots are going to be important to hit. Ironic since we're in the ore tourney. But yeah. Yes, and it does get hit, and I think that's very smart. And red here, fighting back into it slowly, right? So one of those dev cards was a knight. Probably going to be looking to buy more dev cards. I think if the current strategy is to be believed, placing on the road down, which I think makes sense. I think now you want to get to that 2 for 1 wood, which I think is the dream, the ultimate dream. And if you can do that, then you'll be in great shape. Actually, you have to get there in time, right? It's a bit slow now. Five VPs on the board. $14 cards for Hunter here, so that puts him in really good shape, and we're gonna see 14 cards. What can you do? Surely a city is in play, if not dev cards. Two dev cards. Okay, so expensive dev cards, but probably still valuable because they're now blue's going to be able to defend that 5 ore block, for example. Buying another dev card, so this is going to be interesting. This dev card race going on, potentially largest army up for grabs, and longest road still hasn't even been taken, so we'll see. I mean, that production for road is with red, but obviously, you know, Hunter's becoming a behemoth here. I'm building another city, right, and trading for a road. What are they going to do with this? One, and another one. Surely another one. Isn't quite enough, I guess. But buys a dev card again. Wow. So if I'm black, I'm not feeling too great either. I think those blocks on the 9 and the 8 have really hampered them. And Hunter just has so much space that it's just hard to catch up at this point. And black here trying to perhaps trade with red and unable to for one or for probably a dev card. And and the 7 rolls and stealing from blue on the 5 or, which is the correct spot, I think. 11 cards here for red, so hopefully can settle. That would be really nice. But no, claiming largest road. So opting to not settle or maybe couldn't trade for it. But forgoing the 2-for-1 wood port in exchange for longest road, which of course blue was threatening. So certainly makes sense and maybe extends the game a little bit. And the city, and that's huge. So if somehow red can come from behind here with these dev cards, three knights played, so could certainly take away largest army here, and if they do, then 10 points right there. And 11, 12, 13, 14 could easily see it happen. 10, 11, or 11, 12 being the 2 settlements on the or wheat, and the cities to follow being up to 14. And then the 15th would be a VP that you could draw. And perhaps you already have, These VPs are probably already out there. But 14 cards here for blue. Using a monopoly, a huge monopoly, to get 6 wood. Trading that wood in for 2 brick and 1 sheep, building a road, and probably settling here, and does settle. And a huge, absolutely massive turn, getting to 10 VP for blue. And I think it's looking rough. One more road does it for blue to take this away. So I think it's a little bit too late for red to push here, although very valiant for sure. They're gonna need to extend, and maybe black can help them out, but I'm not sure if the communication is there at this point. And building another city does black. Just trying to do anything for some minor extra production, for some minor VPs. But it doesn't matter. If you don't win, then you go home. And that's how it works. And these minor VPs are not going to do too much in the grand scheme of things if you can't stave off the victor. And again, the 5 or being hit, and doing everything they can to stave off and placing the robber again. So this is a play just to take away the largest army from black, just lock it down maybe, and that's quite unfortunate. But I think black's in trouble at this point. I don't think they can win this game, but I don't think red can either. And I think if blue makes any move with road, it'll be over. And I think we're going to see that happen. 12 here, 3 brick, which is absolutely crazy. Oh, I'm placing 2 reds. So I had a road builder in hand the entire time. And placing the 2 roads for the victory. Nice clean victory. No need for 13 points for victories here. pretty even distribution, but the 2s and 12s are crazy. Pretty even resource distribution, so can't complain too much about that. No use for plenty. The 2 monopolies play very well by Hunter. And activity stats, yeah, didn't matter too much. I think at the end of the day, 111 resources produced by Hunter sealed the deal. 12 to 9 to 8. This is a great game, and thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys for